Lovely to see you out there, crouched in the snow, trying to hide. Sadly, you don't look much like snow, as it's not working very well, but please, come on in. Warm yourself with a cup of cocoa. I insist. Makes it sound like some very threatening cocoa. I'm just looking out for your well-being, I promise. I want you to catch a cold. It is another quiet morning here in Colorado, where we were informed throughout the day and evening yesterday that we would get roughly 1 to 3 inches of snow. Turned out to be false. Turned out to be a cruel ruse. We have a good foot of snow here. So apparently I'm not going anywhere. It's time to go places on my television instead. That's my plan. Oh dear, sweet, brilliant Klaus. Come here, my friend. Alright, what has the universe randomly spun up for us today? Flaky fish. Update horse tack, that could be done. Wintergreen berries, sparse. In a word, sparse. Camp stew, sure. And yeah, I can probably do a moonshine recipe. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Okay, so where is there a good stable nearby? Let's get that out of the way first. Suppose it's almost as much back into Valentine as it would be down to this Emerald Ranch stable. Good luck, player. Somebody doing a wagon sale or something out there. At least riding around in their hunting wagon. I'm not sure. So yes, it's basically equidistant at this point to either Valentine or the Emerald Ranch stable. Doesn't really seem to matter, so we could go back towards Valentine, which would put us closer to the Moonshine Shack. I will do that. Let me set a waypoint. Good morning and welcome. You've got snow as well, but not a foot. You lucky such and such. No, that's not nice or accurate. I'm pleased that you're not completely inundated. Oh, I'm delayed in setting my waypoint. Oh no, now I've gone to the opposite direction. Oh well. We'll just turn around. They did seem to have done... That's not the way to say it. They did seem to have done something to fix the animals here lately. You can see much more wildlife out and about than I have in months here. Like, there's coyotes, there's deer. This is how it used to be back at the beginning of beginning of online, and then it kind of got weird for a while. So I'm very glad to see animals back in play. This is lovely. Now I'm bushwhacking it. Across the oil fields for no discernible reason. I should just get back to the road. This is the big oil drilling camp, if you're curious. Several missions take place around there. might be a buzz, yes. Thank you, vibration. Much appreciated. This is very true. No matter the amount of snow, everyone drives like they have never done it before. So it'd rather have enough snow that people just won't go out entirely. It will quench the dreams of even the most ardent driving fans. That's my hope. I like a bit of weather where no one can go anywhere, provided everyone has the necessary supplies. Medicines, oxygen, etc. I'm all for that. Snow day all around. It does appear as though my camp is out there somewhere. I did not check when we were back on the map. Let me do so now. Perfect. Head up the camp, grab some stew, head on to the Moonshiners, get something started. Let's see what happens. Feels like a quiet morning, night, middle of the night, here in Valentine. So, horse tack updated. Let's see what we have here. Must be Tacking Services. There we go. Okay. I think they literally say horse appearance if they want you to change the appearance. There must be something on the saddle that I need to change. No, even just looking into the menu appears to have done it. And that's fine with me. I like the way that Klaus is kitted out at the moment. Oh goodness, if only my nose would work. Pardon me. Ahem. It's too early for such things. Goodness. And there goes my quiet morning in Valentine. Other players have decided to open fire for some reason and spoil my peace and quiet. So it's time to leave Valentine, I suppose. Let's head on down to the camp proper here for a little bit of stew. Maybe a brush or two at Pope. It's a bit of a walk. But, we'll just have to deal with it. Oh well. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to, launch into after this. Spend another 20 minutes or so in the Old West, but then we should probably move on to an episode of something ongoing. We've got Fallout, we've got Dark Souls, we've got The Witcher. We've got options. I've got my Klaus, who could ask for anything more? Everybody needs a good Klaus in their life. Must have just been dodging a tree branch there. It looks like he did the animation when someone shoots at you and you kind of duck out of the way of the bullet. Oh, maybe that's what he was worried about. I'm sorry, my lovelies. I don't want to be your dinner. I'm very, very sorry, my lovelies. I will take good care of your parts in the afterlife. I do promise. That's the only slightly sad thing about the wildlife being fixed, is that now you get attacked by wolves again. And while I enjoy the random element of fun chaos, I'm so sorry for the wolves. Oh, poor wolves. I mean, I'm the one rampaging through their territory. They really have every right to spook me off with some howls, and I'm so violent. It's all turned out wrong. One day I'll be able to befriend the wolves. When they come out with that new druidic frontier pursuit role. I'm looking forward to it. But until that day, when peace will reign amongst me and the wolf community, regrettably I'll just have to make use of their pelts myself, to feel as though I haven't wasted their lives. So reset this. My hunting award there, as you saw, just hit 1,000. So we can reset that, and it looks like this will now be the last time it can be reset. It's now on level 10. Alright, last one. So when we're in camp, having our camp stew, we can donate these pieces parts to Crips for our trading business here. Been some time since I've actually built up a load of hunting goods, of trading business goods, mostly due to the aforementioned animal spawn issues. It's been very, very difficult to get the raw materials. But there we have some raw materials. Good morning, welcome. That is rather strange. Someone wondering in the chat why wolves are always so aggressive in games. They're very, very quiet and nice and shy, I'm sure, in real life. Very rarely attack people. Very rarely do you hear someone say, I just got swarmed by a pack of wolves on I-90. It just doesn't really happen much. And yet every game, especially fantasy games, it seems, anything not in the modern era, just wolves left and right. Wolves in hats, wolves with magic staves, everywhere you go. It's like Miss Hannigan's little girl's problem, but with a brand new demographic. I will try not to interrupt your studying. Studiousness and serious thoughts. I wonder what the subspecies of these grasses are. Let's figure it out with my high-level biology textbooks. Is this helping? I hope this is helping put you in a studious mood. I don't know anything about being smart. It's mostly about identifying the subgenus of grasses, I imagine. That's what I'm going to go with. Ah, yes, the good clippity-cloppeting. The cloppity-clips. The clip-clops. That certainly won't begin to distract you, I'm sure. So we are back down in Great Plains. I'm sure you'll be ecstatic to know. Almost trampled a coyote. My apologies, sir. Wasn't looking where Klaus was going. I gotta stop at the big tree. You know me. You know me in the big tree. Oh, maybe today it's actually... Yes. For the first time on video, it has paid off that I am paranoid about this tree. And yet... I seem to have a problem with this one, like this one more than any other glitches out. I think it should be right here. But it's not giving me the prompt. Yep, okay. So even though it is finally active in this tree, it's not for me. I think it would be right there. You need to be able to see the little X to dig prompt, or you cannot dig. You are smart. Don't make me encourage you. What a lovely comment. Thank you. That is very kind. Don't you make me encourage you. You're doing great. You're gonna get there. One of these days, you won't wake up crying every day. Is this encouraging? That's another thing I don't know much about. Oh, nope, I've done it again. I'm sorry. It's always stew first. I'm a one-track mind here. What a terrible, terrible Pope owner. Get over here, buddy. I'm back for Snurgles, and you're my intended target. Ready yourself. Ready yourself for Snurgles. And put your tongue back in your mouth. You don't know where Crips has been. He's soiling the air around here. No, I didn't say anything, Crips. What? I was just saying hi to Pope. I don't know what you mean. Oh, he's just glaring at me. He's whittling his soaps. He heard everything. But we're too deeply entwined in our business dealings for him to say anything now. I've got him under my spell. My business spell. Speaking of which, here, have some pelts. My slightly lazy but very, very effective friend, who I'm standing a little too close to.
Supplies are starting to run low, just so you know.
Keep 5 feathers around. That tends to crop up more often than not. Sell 5 feathers to someone. But now he has some nice wolf pelts to work with. Getting close to a full sale, too. 62 out of 100. And now that there are actually animals in the world again, we could probably get those numbers up. Though it would require more random acts of violence against the wildlife, which is never fun for the wildlife. It's a little bit fun for me, but, you know. I'm not the protagonist here. Clearly the wildlife is the protagonist, which we should all be concerned with. Okay, so I got the horse tack, I got the stew. I think I need to head to Moonshine Shack now, but let me double check. There's nothing else quick we can grab. I may have some flaky fish. That would be a good thing to try. Let's see. Before we lose a good campfire, right next to the barrel. Wash my face in the green muck. Okay, not that campfire, this campfire. Here we go. Do I have the flaky fish meat? I have 2. Okay. Do I have a flaky fish in my pocket? I've been saving for months, just in case. Flaky fish. Break that down. Now I have 3. And a good amount of time, as usual. I've got all the time in the world. Go ahead and eat that one. Get my cores up. And then we'll store the other 2. Unless Pope is interested. You're welcome to it, Pope. If you eat fish. And time. I'm not sure. I haven't asked. Are you allergic to time, Pope? I am allergic to the passage of time. I hate it. Makes me rashy. I don't understand the whole concept. Makes no sense to me. Alright. One more pet for the road. It's time for one more pet for the road. Not like I'm gonna get another pet and take him on the road with me. That's not what I mean, Pope. I mean, I'm gonna pet you once more. I do not have a secret gerbil. And Klaus does not count as a pet. Klaus is a partner in these endeavors, and he gets paid as such. Frankly, he has more in his bank account than I do, and it's beginning to drive a wedge between us. Klaus is killing it. He also has very few opportunities to make frivolous purchases, but you know. So I don't think we need to head into town. I think we can just head straight out to the Moonshine Shack. Get a strong batch going. And we don't even necessarily have to sell it today. We could sell it another time. Because I think a strong batch takes a full real-time 45 minutes in order to make. Which isn't terrible. Better than the alternative. But I'm not sure if we don't want to switch off to something else. Another journey of ours. In Lordran, perhaps. I am very indecisive this morning. I have no idea what I want to play, or do, or be. It's a good thing I don't own many hats, or I'd just be paralyzed at the hat rack, wondering. The bonnet? No. The deer stalker? No, it's too cold. I guess it's the bonnet. That's the only option, really.
Good to see you.
Miss Maggie, pleasure as always. I'm not sure why I spit at her desk. That's inappropriate. I was just trying to live the life, you know? Trying to immerse myself. Marcel, do not strain yourself, my friend. Use the weight belt I gave you. You're going to blow out, I don't even know what. One of your muscles? Okay, so it was a strong batch of moonshine. That's through Marcel, who I am currently inappropriately making fun of. Out of love, out of deep affection, and a wish that I had such an accent, not out of actual mockery. Marcel, my friend, I need you to make for me a batch. I guess it is at the table. There we are. He is not interested. Talk to the table. Marcel is not listening. Strong moonshine. The mash price is currently $50. That is not a good price. Let's go do one bootlegger mission to push the odds in our favor. I always forget about that part of it. Always forget about the pushing the odds in one's favor aspect. Bootlegger, yes please. This will lower the cost of the mash.
But the revenuers are out blocking roads now, stopping wagons, making everyone very nervous. We ain't gonna run. We ain't gonna sit here and just wait for them to find us. And you go and remind them how nothing's certain but death and taxes. Minus the second part.
Nothing's certain but death. And I am coming for you. You will see one glint of steel across the hilltop. You will hear the braying of Klaus. And then you will meet your maker. This is my vow. And now I will stop sounding like Batman. Hey guys, I'm back. I don't know who that was. Looked like Batman, weirdly. Couldn't have been, though. Couldn't have been. I guess it's back down at the Thieves' Landing crossing here. I do believe this was basically the first thing, the first mission we ever did together on streaming. Back in the day. You remember. Let's find a new angle for this. We were over at that rock last time. Don't want to be repetitive.
Bureau business. Moving.
Okay. Switch angles on that. There we go. We'll load that back up. We'll give it a little spin. There. You gotta give it a little spin. You gotta put some flavor on it. People have died. This is the time to show off for sure. You've blown open your crates, and I get to see what you've been hiding out here. Illicit goods. Seems like you're the real criminals hoarding your bourbon. No, it's me. It's the murderer who did it, really. That's usually the case. If you're involved in one of those, whodunit, Agatha Christie mysteries, it was the murderer. Like, it's not that hard, guys. A whole genre just based on not acknowledging that simple fact. The murderer did it. You have to come to terms. Okay, let's see how much that has lowered the price of the mash in question. Oh, you have over 10,000 num-nums. Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm sorry. I added in the option to force me to use a Scottish accent, and then I didn't even acknowledge the rules that I myself put in place. Terribly sorry. But I'm glad you found the option. You've spent your num-nums. And now I have to suffer the consequences, I suppose. Miss Maggie is going to be wondering, who's this? Who's this Scottish person? I'm not affiliated with you. And Marcel, he's not even going to understand me. He's not even gonna understand me. Okay, that's plenty, I'm sure. I'm sure I've burned right through your num-nums.
Sounds like that last job went well. Well done.
Oh, and now we are being forced to greet Miss Maggie as a German person. Hello, Miss Maggie. We are going German, as advised in the chat, by the new rules of the num-nums. Okay, Marcel. Well, yeah, that's really hard to do. It's hard to do both the German and the French. This is what the people of Europe have been realizing for a long, long time. But you'll figure it out. Keep working at it. Okay. Let us use the Moonshiner business. Oh, good. It has lowered by a whole 20 francs. I am so happy. Let us create a strong moonshine, and then we will continue in English like a normal person. This will put hairs in many locations besides just my face, Marcel, and I think you know that. I think you know that from when I came, well, let's say drunkenly stumbling through here underdressed. I'm pretty sure you're aware. So we do need to make a custom special recipe, or whatever that is, which I believe is one of the 3-star recipes. However, the buyers will reset in 17 minutes. So I don't necessarily want to flavor it just yet. I likely want to come back in 17 minutes and flavor it. Oh, that's fantastic. You're going to save your num-nums to make me go either Scottish or German while I'm killing folks. Because that is more intimidating. I'm coming at ya! You're going to die! It's going to be great. I can't wait for it. Okay. So let's see. Did I get the, Did I get the thing yet, or do I need to flavor it? Special Moonshine recipe. I need to flavor it. Okay. So you can always take the gamble. You can risk it that your recipe may still be wanted in the next batch of buyers, which is often the case. You don't necessarily need to wait. I also don't necessarily need the Moonshine batch itself, so we could just flavor it and then we could move on to Dark Souls and it would be over. I'm not sure what the best path forward is. I don't necessarily want to waste another 17 minutes of your time, but It is asking. The other challenge we have is to do not bootlegger missions, but Moonshine story missions, which would probably take roughly 17 minutes to do 2 of them in a row. But I'm not even sure if I can do those, pardon me, alone, necessarily. I must be able to. But yeah, I think it's time to just move on. This was a nice 35-minute episode of Red Dead. Let's jump into something longer form. Perhaps some Dark Souls. I could definitely do The Witcher. We could do Fallout. I have a quandary in Fallout I need to share with you. It's not the standard issue. All manner of things, really. Are there any requests? I'm being lazy and indecisive / flexible. I will, however, need to actually go through with this. I keep passing you by, Marcel. My apologies.
Allons-y.
What do I have a lot of? Just a whole lot of something. I guess Spiced Island really is my best bet. All that takes, collectible-wise, is one Caribbean rum, which isn't too bad. There are things that are more difficult to find. So let's do that.
C'est agréable. Now we wait.
There is nothing to do now but wait. Okay, we have completed our special moonshine recipe. I couldn't be more thrilled. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. The excitement bursting forth. Goodness me. Okay, we will end it here. I will slip another disc in, and I will be right back with you. If you would like to stay for whatever the mystery next game is, please come along with me. Please take my hand. Let's go. For everyone else who is moving on with their day, I love you. I will see you next time. I do not hold it against you. Stay warm. And, as always, gentle wave. Bye for now. See you in mere moments.